Hello everyone, this is Elliott with Cafe. I am your host, The Cowboy, and welcome to another episode of Chart of the Day. Every single week we're going to take a look between Monday and Thursday to either a stock or a forex, maybe a crypto or maybe a commodity, and we're going to try to make sense of certain chart patterns that are very common in the Elliott wave structures. And I'm doing this more for educational purposes, not necessarily for calling moves into stocks or in certain just in certain assets that we look at. So today, I chose to kind of take a look at the American Airlines because I think it's got a pretty nice structure. And, if you start from this lows here to this highs, you can see that it looks like you have a three-wave move up in there. So it's not necessarily super bullish. It might be part of a larger correction or whatnot, but it is, in my view, a three-wave advance. And then from this highs to this lows here, it seems to be a super strong and overlapping pattern here that has a tendency of more than likely being a correction, a corrected move. All right, so we're going to start from this low, and I want you to stop the video and go ahead and give it a try and see kind of what you can come up with in terms of, counting it from this lows here all the way back in here. All right, so here's what I do. I usually take a corrective move in here in an ABC. So I'm looking at this and I'm noticing an impulse. So I'm going to go up in A, then, that's a larger move here, and I'm looking at this. We made a new low. I'm looking at this as an ABC. More than likely, and then this is another impulse higher. So this is the best interpretation that I can have for this move at the moment. I'm going to decompose this B wave because I wanted to check to make sure that we have the proper subdivisions in here. So I see an impulse in here. I see a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then an ending in a fifth wave. So that's what leads to this kind of sharp rally in this B wave. And then I'm looking over here. That's a bunch of overlapping moves, right? But I can count this as an ending diagonal in a C wave. So I'm going to go decompose this as an ending, and you go in a 1, 2, and then you have a 1, 2 here. Should you go back up to this high? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for a C wave. This is an expanding ending diagonal, which is a rare pattern, but you have a chance to kind of see how that looks, right? Where wave 1 is the smallest wave. Wave 3, it's bigger than wave 1. Wave 5 is bigger than wave 3, and you have a zigzag structures inside each of these moves, which is a characteristic for an ending diagonal type pattern. So down in A in an impulse, up in B, and then down in C. This completes a B wave retracement, and then you're having the next rally higher in the C wave. The C wave, it's an impulse, so we're going to go ahead and decompose it as such. And the software kind of puts a wave 1 up at the top there. I don't really like that, although it's fine both ways. I mean, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1, down into 1, 2, 3. A triangle. You're having a little bit of an overlap here in this third wave. So let me see if that's why I don't like that. So we're going to go ahead and see what I'm looking at. I'm looking at inside this larger third wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well, I guess it's fine. It's fine as well. But wave 4 is very small. So to me, more preferably would be that the wave 1 ends up there. This is a wave 2, then you're getting a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a larger third right in there, and then you start your fourth wave from there, and then you have, let's say, your larger advance in a bigger fifth wave right in there of C. So to me, it looks good. This fourth wave, it's compare, with the second in terms of its proportion and kind of the way it looks. And this, we have an extended fifth wave, wave 3. It's not the shortest wave in the sequence, so we're not breaking any rules, but it's clearly a big impulsive pattern. So go in an A, down in B, and then up in C, however you want to skin this in here. So now what's going on from this highs to this lows? Was just a very kind of simple look. It tells me, that we have a corrective move, and I'm going to do a channel in here. Oh, sorry, let me just redo that. So start kind of from this highs and just kind of visually maybe adjust it a little bit on there. You can kind of do that and then see that, the bottom of the channel, it's kind of supported, right? Every time I'm trying to just find point of confluence where points where the price drops and it touches the trend line multiple times to just kind of give me a quick visual on kind of how this looks. It doesn't have to be perfect 100%. But here is what's going on. We're looking at the decline here in three waves, then we're going up high, and then we're coming back in an impulse, in a big correction here, and then in another impulse, correction, and impulse. So, the first thought that I have here is that obviously this is a three-wave decline. So what I want to do is I want to go and do this as a correction. So I'm going to go down in A, up in B, and then down in C. So this creates one move. Now, the next thing that I see in here, I'm seeing another ABC, a move lower, and then another ABC. So this has got to be another three-wave move higher. At least that's kind of where my head is at the moment. So I go up in A, ABC, so actually that's a W structure. Let me delete that really quick. So we're going to go WXY on there. So we're going to go as a combination. So that's ABC for a W, you come down in X, and then another ABC up for a wave Y. So that's another move up to new high. So far a three-wave move lower, a three-wave move lower, a three-wave move higher, and then I'm seeing an impulse lower, right? So this has got to be a impulse. So if that's an impulse, this whole thing here looks as a flat move where you go down in A, up in B, and then down in C. Let's do that. So we're going to go as a correction. So 3, 3, 5s are flats. We're going to go here in A, up in B, and then down in C. And this creates a flat move. Wave B travels higher than 90% of wave A, right in there. And then you're sharpening it up below the C wave. So far this looks good. Now you're having a big mess in here, and we're going to come back and deal with that. But then I see another impulse, another correction, and another impulse. So I'm going to go ahead and label that as an ABC as well. So go down in A, up in B in here, and then another sharp drop here in the C wave. So what's going on? What's going on with this move, guys? We have, let's say, ABC. So this creates a W. That's how we kind of make the combinations. That's how we connect the waves. So this is a wave W in there. That's an X, and then that's a wave Y, like that. All right. Then this X wave, you can ask yourself, what is this? What kind of move? Well, from the way this kind of looks, you go up, down, up, down. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're making a little bit of a new high back in there, which is, slightly problematic, but I don't have a problem at all counting this X wave, decomposing it as a triangle. I think it's totally fine. And even though you're having a little bit of a burst, sometimes this E wave will travel slightly higher than C just by a quick tick, and then it's going to sell lower. So we're going to label this as an X wave. We're going to go A, down in A, up in B. So that's a flat. That's an X wave in a triangle, and then you have another impulse here, and then a B, and then another impulse here in this C wave. So this is it. This is kind of, in my view, this is kind of what we're getting. And if you want to connect, let's say, the channel with the X wave top, you can do that. Just kind of drop this lower a little bit, to kind of have your channel like that as well. So it's fine. And now, what's going on from this lows here? You might have a 5-wave move, maybe another pullback, or maybe this becomes another complex correction, which you would look something like this, where you would go up in A, down in B, and then up in C, and you can do another X wave. So then you become, you can become double complex in here. You have a much larger complex correction. W, X, Y, X, and then another A, B, C, and this correction extends a little bit lower. So that's why in terms of making sure that this correction is over, first of all, you would want to see a break above this B wave high, and even more importantly, you want to see a break above this X wave high. And the moment that happens, then it's quite likely that this correction is over and you're going to be making your all-time highs. In either case, I think the new highs will come in American Airlines above these levels in the near future here once this correction kind of completes, because this is what patterns suggest. It's a move against, let's say, this larger structure here. So ABC, maybe that's a W. This whole thing, it's an X wave on its own, and then you're pushing higher in a Y wave, right? So that's kind of where I'm at in this shorter term analysis, and I hope this kind of helps you. And what we're looking for in here, and I mean, the way I would count this is in terms of Elliott wave, the way I would name it in terms of Elliott wave, patterns would call this a double three, where the first leg, it's not a zigzag, but rather a flat, and then the second leg is a zigzag. So you have a flat, a triangle, and a zigzag. Or you could have a zigzag, a triangle, and a flat. right? Every time you don't have a combination of zigzags, you're going into a double tree correction. That's what it's called. When you have a zigzag, a connector wave, and then another zigzag, that's called a double zigzag. Okay, but this is more of your kind of typical complex correction when you have different patterns happening in wave W and then in wave Y as well. So, hopefully this was helpful. Go ahead and put it under your kind of complex structure, ABC corrections, files, whatever you want to do. And, let me know what you come up with. Come in the Telegram room and show me if you have, any other patterns that you think make sense on this, or if you have something that looks a little bit better, leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up. Give us a try in the pro room as well. Come on and check us out for a month, see what we do. I just finished a video about an hour ago regarding Bitcoin and the macro kind of beginning of the week to kind of see where things go. And we actually opened a long position on Bitcoin on a break of that 39,800 because it's been off a break of an X wave high. So I want to see if that move kind of continues to push to the upside. So that's a trade that we've taken. So we'll see if that's going to work out. But anyway, thanks for watching and visit my Twitter as well. And I'll be talking to you later. Bye-bye.